This is the Yankees POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the New York Yankees. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
All right, for the most part, it was an easy breezy win for the Yankees tonight, right up until the ninth inning. We'll get to it. Yanks beat the Rangers tonight 5-2. Will Warren took care of most of the pitching. Ben Rice and Aaron Judge took care of most of the hitting. And again, the Yanks have now won 9 of 12. They're comfortably atop the AL East. Hello, everyone. I'm Jay Berman. If you're a New Yorker, you might recognize my work. If not, welcome aboard. I've spent more than 2 decades in the biz, everything from TV to web to radio. Glad to have you aboard. Please follow me on X as well, at Jay Berman, Jayberman. Welcome to the Locked On Yankees postcast, both on the Locked On Yankees YouTube channel and the Locked On Yankees podcast feed. The postcast gives you a place to chat after every game. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every single day. Without further ado, let's do it.
This is what you'll be talking about.
All right, we'll get to Ian Hamilton, who, of course, made things not so easy and breezy, but only in the ninth inning. Again, a very comfortable win for the Yankees tonight, 5-2, the final score. We'll start right at the top with Will Warren. Perhaps his best outing as a Yankee, a career high 10 strikeouts. If we take it even a step further for Mr. Will Warren, as we said, 10 Ks with a career high, he struck out at least 7 batters in all 4 of his starts this month. It has been a wonderful month, really, for a lot of Yankee pitchers, Ian Hamilton notwithstanding. We'll get to him, obviously, the butt of the jokes, at least for now. But again, back to Will Warren, who again was brilliant. Warren's numbers: 5 2/3, 5 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, and as we said, a career high 10 Ks through 101 pitches. He lowers his season ERA to just over 4 at 4.05. Now, the Yanks are now 9 games above 500 at 28-19. That is a season high. As we said at the top, they've won 9 of 12, and a big reason why: the pitching. Strategically placed in good spots, obviously Ian Hamilton being one of the spots that was not great tonight. But again, as for Warren, he threw 101 pitches, 5 2/3 of scoreless ball. And to be fair, of course, Texas has injuries, but that is one of the worst hitting teams in the league, despite the fact that that's a pretty good hitting lineup. They fired their pitching coach already. Of course, you know by now they hired Brett Boone, Aaron's brother. Well, things haven't changed for Texas. They're now 25-24, managed 8 hits tonight, obviously several of them in the ninth inning in a 5-0 game. Ian Hamilton goes 2/3 of an inning, allows 2 runs to score on 2 hits and a walk in that ninth inning. Everything was nice and neat right up until Ian Hamilton forced the Yankees to go back to Luke Weaver, who had already been up in the bullpen. Once it became a non-save situation, Weaver sat down, Hamilton got up. Then, of course, Hamilton pitches it right back into a save situation, so Weaver has to get back up. It cost Weaver 2 pitches, and he earns the save, his 6th of the season. But again, more annoying than anything else. Yes, Weaver was already up, but he didn't go into the game. Now he has, and we'll see what that cost has in the coming games. As for the offense, 2 big home runs today. Aaron Judge, his American League leading 16th, and this was a wall scraper if there ever was one. Believe it or not, folks, they measured, and they measured quickly. Judge's home run tonight, right inside that foul pole, 326 feet. The shortest home run of Aaron Judge's career. Again, 326 feet. Regardless, Judge still leads the American League in home runs now with 16, and RBIs, he has 43. Now, Ben Rice, as we said, it was turning into the Ben Rice show. He hit the home run, also drove in the run in the 4th with a sac fly, and it looked like it would be all about Ben Rice. But obviously, the Yankees would scratch one more run across in the 6th, then Aaron Judge hits the home run in the 8th, And again, 2-0, 3-0 becomes 5-0, becomes 5-2. And again, the Yankees win it in that number 5-2. Cody Bellinger also red hot. He extends his career now high hitting streak of 14 games. Career high, as we said. What's interesting now is Bellinger is hitting 258 on the season after a 1-for-4 night. His average when the streak started, again, it's a 14-game hitting streak, which is a career high. When the streak started, Bellinger was hitting below 200 at 196. He's now hitting 258, as we said. So more than 60-point rise in his batting average in just over 2 weeks. So excellent job by Cody Bellinger. More of the same for Anthony Volpe. He had a hit tonight, and despite the fact that he's hitting 235, folks, he was hitting 170 for the better part of a month. So we'll give him credit where it's due as well. Ben Rice has upped his average to 259. So again, all over the place, the Yankees are looking better and better. And as we said, it's leading to wins. They're 9 out of their last 12. And again, they're doing so with a balanced attack. Obviously, the good pitching from Will Warren tonight. Mark Leiter Jr. got important outs, as did Devin Williams. Another scoreless outing for Devin Williams. Make it 6 in a row. He is not allowed an earned run in 9 of the last 10 innings. Now, we talked about Cody Bellinger upping his average more than 60 points in just about 3 weeks. Devin Williams has lowered his ERA from 11.25 to 6.88. That's what his ERA is now in the 10-game span in which he's allowed one earned run once. In 9 out of 10 appearances, he has not allowed an earned run. So in that 10-outing span, he has lowered his ERA from 11.25 to 6.88. So kudos to Devin Williams. More good stuff there as well. Really kudos all around. Paul Goldschmidt with a hit, now batting .339. Trent Grisham, 2 more hits. Aaron Judge had 2 more hits. By the way, Judge ups his average to .403. And of course, we expect these things, especially in the beginning of the season when numbers are inflated. Folks, we're now nearly 2 months into the season. He's batting over .400. Not much else to say about Aaron Judge other than wow. So Judge ups his average to .403 with 2 more hits. As we said, Bellinger hitting nearly .260 now. Volpe hitting nearly .240. Ben Rice hitting nearly .260. So again, these numbers, with the exception of Judge, don't appear to be great. But considering where they were less than a month ago, 3 weeks ago, we'll take it. We'll absolutely take it. Most importantly, the Yankees are winning games. They're 28-19, a season high 9 games above 500. They're 16-9 at home. Now, the schedule doesn't get any easier. Texas, of course, doesn't hit, but they pitch. And they'll pitch 2 of their better pitchers the next 2 days. Jacob deGrom on Tuesday and old friend Nate Eovaldi on Wednesday. We'll get to the pitching matchups coming up. We'll take a quick break. We'll do player of the game. We'll do the schedule, and we'll do probables and more on Devin Williams, a very interesting fact to discuss with Devin Williams. All right, ever check your bank account and wonder, well, where did all the money go? Well, between dining out, online shopping, and entertainment, it's easy to lose track. That's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place, so you stop just managing your money and start building wealth. Surprising insights. Well, when I started using Monarch, I realized just how much I was spending on food delivery. Now I budget smarter and save more. All in one convenience. Instead of juggling multiple apps, you can use Monarch Money to check your finances, track spending, and even plan long-term goals. Managing money with your partner is smoother than ever. You can track shared and personal accounts, set goals, stay on the same page without the stress. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com. Use code LOCKEDONMLB for half off your very first year. All right, we're back. Final segment of the show after a 5-2 Yankee win. A nice and easy 5-2 Yankee win with the exception of one man. Don't mean to pick on him, but Ian Hamilton was not good. Threw 17 pitches today, and he allowed 2 runs in just 2/3 of an inning. More importantly, twofold. One, his season's ERA is now 5.65, which is just not good. Perhaps even more importantly, and it's not good from his point of view, he has an option. So if the Yankees feel the need to replace him on the roster with a better reliever, that's one way of doing it, or they could just DFA him. So again, interesting times. Will Warren gets the win, his 3rd of the season. Mark Leiter Jr. again threw an inning in the 3rd. And then Devin Williams, as we said, 24-pitch performance, gets the job done. But he is not the player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
All right, tonight it's Will Warren, who was, as we said, brilliant. 5 2/3, 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, a career-high 10 strikeouts. We told you earlier, it bears repeating. He struck out at least 7 batters in all 4 of his starts this month in May, and he'll have at least 1 more. Again, his ERA this season now down to 4.05, and he earns his 3rd win of the season. By the way, Luke Weaver, who very quietly has been the closer, 6 saves now after taking over for Devin Williams. Speaking of Devin Williams, Aaron Boone was asked if he'd like to see Devin Williams back in the closer's role eventually. And we use the term eventually loosely because no one knows what that means. Boone responded by saying, quote, "We'll see," and that there's, quote, "no plans right now." But the question was still asked, and a worthy one. Jazz Chisholm Jr., asymptomatic. He'll start to face velocity in the next few days. Again, according to Aaron Boone, he'll probably need a rehab assignment as well. Also, Giancarlo Stanton, what Aaron Boone is quoting as toward the end game of his running program. But again, no dates as of yet for Jazz or Stanton. Probables for the Yankees-Rangers series. On Tuesday, on Wednesday, it will be Jacob deGrom. That you know. Ryan Yarbrough, who's been pretty good, wedged his way into, at least on a part-time basis, the starting rotation for the Yankees. He will go. On Thursday, great pitching matchup. Our old friend Nate Eovaldi against Carlos Rodon. Hopefully that will be for a series sweep. Again, after a 5-2 win over the Texas Rangers. By the way, Yankees pitching, 14 strikeouts, just 2 walks today. Excellent stuff. They hit, they pitched, they fielded well. And again, the Yankees win it 5-2. As we said, 2 more with the Texas Rangers. Wednesday's a prime game. Thursday's a 12:35 first pitch. Now, folks, if you're in New York, you know now the weather is not going to be good over the next 2 to 3 days. So who knows what's in store? At the very least, on Thursday is a scheduled 12:35 game. So if they have to get in 2, they could. Problem is, Thursday's really the bad day. It'll begin Wednesday night, wash out on Thursday before the Yankees head out for a West Coast swing. So again, we'll have to wait and watch and see exactly what goes down. If they do play 7:05 on Wednesday, 12:35 on Thursday, Yarbrough deGrom on Wednesday, Rodon Eovaldi on Thursday. Then 9 straight out west. 3 in Colorado, 3 in Anaheim, 3 in LA for the Dodgers. So again, the Rockies, the Angels, and the Dodgers should be fun. Unfortunately for us here on the East Coast, it's late night baseball. But again, we'll take any win we can get these days after a 5-2 victory over the Texas Rangers. Thanks for making Locked On Yankees your first listen today. For your second listen, check out the all-new Locked On MLB Game Night. Every game, every night, all season long, get local analysis on a national scale Find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. Also want to mention our partners in crime at Locked On Yankees, Stacey Goutsoulias and Brian McKeon. Again, they handle all the stuff at Locked On Yankees. They're the best, so follow, subscribe, and enjoy. 5-2 Yankees beat the Texas Rangers. They'll go for 2 in a row over Texas on Wednesday. And, of course, we'll have the postcast right here. Until then, have a great night, everyone.